If you're feeling extra salty given One Piece chapter 1114's sudden 1-week delay, then let us tell you right now guys, you are not alone. But hey, we can't blame Oda-sensei this time around, since this delay isn't about the author taking another much-needed breather from his grueling production schedule. It's because of Japan's Golden Week. That said, the absence of One Piece chapter 1114 did not stop online sleuths and leakers from giving us an early look at what we can expect from the upcoming installment of Ichiro Oda's seminal series. So stick around until the end of this video as we give you the gist on what you might expect once the 1114th chapter of One Piece arrives. The story so far. Alright, if you haven't caught up to One Piece yet, then allow us to give you a brief overview of what's happening in the Egghead Island arc. For one, Oda-sensei has laid out some pretty interesting matchups between One Piece's protagonists and the Gorosei, the world government's elders. We've got Luffy, Dory, and Brogy at the heart of the island facing off against Warcury and Jupiter, Nami and her group going up against Saturn, and Bonnie's clique in a standoff against Nostrul. All the elders are in their Zoan transformations too, so it's bound to get action-packed come their eventual clash. But the most notable development that we've gotten so far comes from One Piece chapter 1113, where we witness Vegapunk's pre-recorded message finally, and we mean finally, dropping the bombshell that he's been building up for a few episodes now, that the entire world of One Piece is bound to sink into the ocean. And that's it. In true Oda fashion, we're left hanging with a revelation so big that it doesn't just affect the Egghead Island arc, it could be a setup for the rest of One Piece's final saga. But like we said, the One Piece fandom and the internet are a notorious bunch, and we've gotten some spoilers even before chapter 1114 comes out, the first of which is Oda trolling us? As far as spoilers go, online One Piece sleuths have discovered that chapter 1114 picks up right where we left off, and we discover Vegapunk's broadcast continues to play to the annoyance of the elders and surprise of everyone else. But you might be a bit disappointed with what you're about to read once it comes out. That is, if the spoilers floating around are accurate, because instead of elaborating on the details of the Mondo Noah's flood-level cataclysm from chapter 1113, Vegapunk rambles about the Void Century. Specifically, the old doctor talks about the legendary figure from 900 years prior to the start of the series, the original Joy Boy. According to him, this now mythical hero lived in an ancient kingdom and has the power to stretch. We all know by now that Luffy's pretty much Joy Boy the same way that he's the reincarnation of Sun God Nika, so drilling this information right into our heads seems redundant. To make matters worse, leakers have pointed out that Vegapunk states that even he doesn't know much about the Void Century, so not only do we have to contend with the fact that these spoilers are already dubious at best, but there's a possibility that the information we're getting comes from an unreliable narrator within the world of One Piece. Honestly, it's frustrating as hell, and this particular development, should it be accurate once chapter 1114 comes out, makes the entire issue look like filler. Speaking of fillers, guys, you're not gonna like what we're going to tell you next. More reaction shots, hooray. If you've stuck around our channel recently, you'd know that we mentioned how One Piece chapter 1113 hit the brakes hard on the plot, as the majority of the pages simply showed reaction shots from characters all over One Piece's world listening to what Vegapunk was going to reveal. Well, leakers out in the wild are saying that chapter 1114 will contain more of these reaction shots as Vegapunk's broadcast continues to unfold. If this is true, then we hope that it doesn't come at the expense of moving the plot forward. Who knows, maybe, say, someone like Shanks could reveal more in-depth information about what the old doctor is saying while he listens to the pre-recorded message. If nothing else though, this drives home the point that everyone in the world of One Piece, from the 4 emperors to the most secluded island dwellers, now know about the things the world government have been trying to bury for so long. Behold the Mother Flame. Perhaps the only noteworthy development we might be getting in One Piece chapter 1114 would be the Mother Flame's reveal. According to the leakers, it's, as the name suggests, a literal blazing flame, but more interesting is the fact that it's inside a tank underwater. Does it move Egghead Island's plot forward? Not really, but this revelation is rather rife for fan theories. For one, is it possible that Emu and the Elders would be responsible for using the Mother Flame to, well, sink the whole world to the bottom of the ocean? Maybe that's why they're so thirsty to find this super weapon. Or, on the other hand, is the Mother Flame somehow the key to stopping the Great Flood that's about to hit One Piece's world? All this is conjecture, of course. What we hope to see in One Piece chapter 1114. Alright, so we've already established that these spoilers have yet to be 100% confirmed accurate, and in the case that they're not, here are a couple of things we want to see in One Piece's 1114th chapter. First, we need answers, people. What exactly will cause the world to sink into the ocean? Second, we finally got a little bit more information about Joy Boy and the Void Century. And we honestly need more of this. Now, exactly when we'll be getting this is still up for debate, but we're betting it'll unfold after the Egghead arc. Having said that, chances are high that the next arc of One Piece will be set on the Island of Giants, Elbaf, considering Brogy and Dory's crew has reunited with Luffy on Egghead. Plus, we know that the Giants have collected the books that the O'Haran people saved during the Buster Call. If this is the case, then we'll most likely see Robin and Saul's reunion in the next arc as well. Thirdly, and we have to admit we're rather partial to this than all other possible developments, how about if we catch up with Jinbei and Zoro? Last time we checked, the Straw Hat helmsman was literally trying to hoof it away from Rob Lucci with Zoro in tow. They were supposed to regroup with Nami and the others, but what? It's been like 3 chapters since we've seen the two. In any case, let's just hope Oda-sensei won't keep us hanging for too long, especially with rumors floating around that he'll be taking another long break after the release of One Piece chapter 1114. How about you guys? Got any spoilers for the upcoming chapter of One Piece? Let us know in the comments section below, and make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications as we stay on top of any developments in One Piece coming your way. We'll catch you next time.